Good morning. For Mesilla Valley News, I am Joey Hernandez. Welcome you this morning as we get you ready for Mother's Day weekend and all kinds of great events that will be happening throughout southern New Mexico and El Paso. We thank you for tuning in this morning, and we are excited to have a special guest join us today. We are happy to have the United Way of El Paso and southern New Mexico on air with us today to promote their Boost Network. You've been hearing about the Boost Network as we get ready for the kids to go into summer vacation. And joining us today in the studio, we are excited to welcome Enrique Garcia with us. Good morning, sir. How's it going?
Good morning, Joey. Good, good. How about you?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. So, you guys have been pretty busy. Let's talk the Boost Network for those that have been hearing it on the radio about the Boost Network. First of all, I should not jump ahead of myself. Enrique, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely, Joey. I grew up in the border. I believe in myself as a border town over here. I went to school in Juarez. I did K-12. I went all the way from high school, graduated high school. I moved to El Paso around 2010 and then started my bachelor's and my master's. So I live on both sides of the border, like equal parts of my life currently, and I've been a strong advocate like through this effort for after school programming and I landed this position like a couple like 6 years ago, and it's still going strong. It's a true calling for me to be an ambassador for after school programming.
Enrique, and your story is so relatable to a lot of our listeners because a lot of our families, a lot of our friends, siblings, they have that same story where growing up in a border town, having family that live in Juarez that come
Hmm.
to El Paso and even Las Cruces or just surrounding southern New Mexico that work here, students that move that come to do their education here. There's just so many stories that are relatable
Absolutely.
in this area.
Absolutely. I mean, I mean, this is what this makes this border town unique, right? I mean, we have people living on both sides of the border and working on the other side. Uh, like people come and come to work, come to school, live on different sides of the border, and like get the best of both worlds and like three different states and like so many different cities and different counties within uh, relative proximity. So that's what makes this border town unique.
And that's what's so amazing. I mean, me personally, growing up in a small town that's near the border, and just when I moved to Las Cruces in '04, and knowing that that same story still resides here, or Las Cruces, El Paso, and just that strong connection that they have with Juarez, and
Yeah,
it's fascinating, man. It's such an amazing story, and just the great stories that you hear from students, especially now. Here we are today, and excited to talk about the Boost Network. So for those that I've been hearing, and talk a little bit about the Boost Network and what people are
yes.
looking into.
Boost Network is a product of the United Way of El Paso County in partnership with the Paso Norte Health Foundation. The Paso Norte Health Foundation is one of the largest foundations that supports and it does a lot of health promotion through different initiatives. And this initiative called Healthy Kids, which Boost lies under, works and uses after school programming as the core component for supporting and promoting health in kids. We gotta start them young, right? We gotta like make impact with when the kids are still like when there's still time to prevent some different risk behaviors and everything that they can do. So the outlet has been after school programming. So Boost is this network of different after school program providers, different organizations. We have around 82 different members in Boost, and this is throughout Juarez, El Paso, and southern New Mexico, including obviously Las Cruces. A lot of these programs offer summer camps. So what we do, we promote these organizations throughout the year, but summer tends to be this time when the kids are out of school, the parents don't know what to do, parents continue to work, rather the kids already kind of like I have a month or two kind of like out of school, and I'm gonna
Yep.
don't know what to do, right? So we created this kind of one-stop shop on the Boost website to for parents that are looking for quality programming and different after-school opportunities out there.
And one of the things looking at the website, which I'm looking at right now, is I appreciate the fact that you have the English and Spanish version because oftentimes, families that the primary language is Spanish,
Right,
they may
right.
not necessarily get that information, or you may not find that information that's translated into Spanish. So that fact that this information is readily available for both English and Spanish, I think that's great.
Yes, so like as a binational network, and since we have members on both sides of the border, it's a natural thing for us to do like
Hmm.
English and Spanish, right? We everything that we do, like you name it, not only the website, like our newsletters, our content on social media, everything's in English and Spanish just because of that. We live in a predominantly Hispanic community over here, and despite, like you said, there's a lot of people that come here and have established themselves in here, but for many, Spanish is the primary language, and we try to have accessibility be part of, like, not be a barrier for anybody that's looking for this program.
And with school rapidly wrapping up for the year, a lot of parents start to wonder, what are my kids going to do for summer vacation? And knowing that there are these programs available, if you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, theboostnetwork.org, visit it today to get an idea. But there's a lot of education and a lot of fun and great activities for kids, like you mentioned, throughout these areas throughout the border
Right.
town.
Right. So the cool thing about this is, I mean, this is an effort of different after-school programs, right? Different organizations. Right there in Las Cruces, we have somebody like the Boys and Girls Club of Las Cruces. We have the Community Action Agency Kids Camp program that teaches kids to be entrepreneurs at a really young age.
Yeah.
And there's different activities. It's a little bit of everything for everybody. I mean, kids may like sports, kids may like art, kids may want to be influencers and entrepreneurs, right? So it's we created this one-stop shop with that ideal, right? For people to help navigate programs that are of quality, and that it filters by age, by type of activity, by location, and there's even a map in there. The map allows for proximity, right? If you are on your way to work, what's closest to you? What is kind of like closest to your work, closest to your house, or whatever dependency might be on the user end of things. The parent might be kind of like looking for it, but also if you want to, like if the parent is looking for to fulfill the interest of their children, that's what we also filter by activity, so they can have uh, different options out there.
If you're just joining us this morning on the air with us, we are joined by Enrique Garcia from the Boost Network, of course. Remember to visit the website, theboostnetwork.org. Earlier, you were mentioning as far as proximity and, parents, say, throwing a scenario out there, we do often have, especially in this area, where you have parents that work in El Paso or parents that work in Las Cruces and they're commuting. Will that work? Because say if I work in El Paso and I want my kid to be involved in a program in El Paso because I'm working there the majority of the day, is this something that would be feasible to them? Because we do see the programs that are available in El Paso for us here in Southern New Mexico.
Right. And yes, to answer the question, yes, this is something that they can. And since we're working with different organizations, it might be up to the organization
Uh-huh.
on their policies and procedures. But for the majority of the times, like the often scenario is also it's kids are out of school, they go to grandma's and Juarez, right?
Yeah.
And they spend all the summer in Juarez, and there's programs in Juarez also that they can engage and make friends on the other side of the border. This is an opportunity for everybody that, like you said, if anybody's commuting, that map will allow you to find what is closest. But again, sometimes it's not the proximity, what it's the priority for parents. Sometimes it's the activity,
Yeah.
sometimes it's the age range. It's that's why we created this type of filter. So this that resource guide that it's interactive, and we try to simplify it as much as possible to have
Yeah.
dates, right? Because also this is summertime. It's also when parents tend to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Um, but you come back to vacation, you're still on break, and parents go back to work, but the kids don't go back to school. So a lot of the art, like the the website that we filter it and this resource guide that we put together has have the dates of like of the summer camps also.
Now, one of the things just off the top of my head, looking at the website this morning, I know one that comes to mind is the Boys and Girls Club here in Las Cruces. Many different options for you guys to choose from. Parents, I strongly encourage to go and see this website because there's a lot to offer. I'll tell you, Enrique, oftentimes we get into this, time of year where, I know everyone's excited for graduations and Mother's Day, and, you mentioned family vacations, but it's what are the kids going to be doing during summer vacation because we plan for everything else, but then we're
Right.
like, well, if there's somewhere for something, and I can even tell you firsthand, I know us here last year, we're like, if there was a place that people could go to look up activities, and knowing that the Boost Network is out there, I mean, I think that becomes the one-stop shop for many parents out there that are looking for activities for their kids to do now that summer vacation is here.
Joey, one thing to add into your comment, a lot of these organizations come to because we are also a resource for these organizations, right? So
Yeah,
we support them with training and capacity building opportunities and networking and other types of resources that we share with these organizations. So there's some degree of certainty that like the organizations that are in the camps, the summer camps that are in Boost, are people that continue to be invested in professional development and they continue to get the latest in how to work with your kid and doing activities that are fun and engaging for the children and youth. So I mean, you can use Google anytime, but like the fact that, like you said, there's Boost or WhatsApp Shop, like you don't have to be looking for like a mom and pop shop, karate shop that might be out there. That, don't get me wrong, it might be a
yeah,
great quality karate shop, but also like pretty good. But the fact that these are nonprofits running by many forces and executive directors and board of directors and the capacity building that comes with through us just gives this degree of certainty that there's great quality in this programming.
and that's just great because you can give that one place. This is I don't know what to do, go to the Boost Network. The
Right.
Boost Network, like it becomes synonymous with saying it's like, what am I going to do with summer? The Boost Network. That is your first place to start, and that will do. I do want to talk a little bit about organizations out there that maybe would like to be a part of this. Maybe there's some organizations
Absolutely.
out there. How can they get like if they wanted to be a part of the growing efforts with the Boost Network? How can organizations listening today be involved with this?
Same the same way. Like this website is a platform of many uses, but the website has a way to contact us. And thank you for sharing that, Joey, because this is a growing list, and the more robust we make this list, the more options are out there, and we're promoting through different outlets that we can these organizations can leverage, right? So anybody listening for like want to be part of Boost, and I mean this is not just over the summer. We continue to do the training and everything else that we do throughout the year. So if anybody's looking to join Boost, just use the website to contact us or send us an email at Boost. It's just Boost at UnitedWayElPaso.org.
That's right, and you can contact them. And as far as the organization and you guys at the Boost Network, let me ask you, what's it like working? I mean, because it does. It sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, you guys are definitely getting everybody together. It sounds very collaborative. From the outside looking in, that you really see a lot of different people coming in and just different thought processes. That's pretty awesome to see it all kind of come together.
It is. I mean, big brains out there, right? I mean, we feed off one another. I mean, we are as resourceful as our members of the network, as the organizations makes us, right? I mean, we don't have internal programming or at like through United Way or through Boost directly, so we are as strong as our members makes us. So, like you said, it's a collaborative effort. We are stronger together, and like the fact that this is an outlet and a platform for everybody to leverage and to use. It makes it fun, makes it engaging, makes it a continuous learning experience.
Yes, I mean, it's fascinating and exciting for the things to come with the Boost Network, and like you said, to see this process grow and to see more people get involved from Southern New Mexico, El Paso, Ciudad Juarez, just to see the Southern New Mexico, just the region grow. And definitely because at the end of the day, it's looking after our kids and connecting those resources for our kids and for adults as well to make sure that they're being pointed in the right direction. And again, I stress having that bilingual option is definitely a big plus throughout the region.
You're right, Joey. A lot of these organizations have become trusted adult, the other adult friend outside of home, right? Some of these organizations have a true calling, and they work with the kids and try to at the end of the day, all the goal that like we're doing all together is try to get a better future and a brighter opportunities for children and youth of our community. So I think that's what makes this network thriving, because it's everybody has kind of like the ultimate goal being like serving the kids and and have them engage and have fun experiences and something that they can talk about it when they grow up.
That is amazing. Well, once again, theboostnetwork.org. Visit the website today. I also see you're on social media as well. The Boost Network is on social media as well. So that you have Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, which you can get those links at theboostnetwork.org. You'll be able to connect with them social media. And then, of course, any questions, you're going to find all the details at their website. And Enrique, we just appreciate you taking time this morning to join us on the air to talk about the Boost Network and to let the community know about the great things happening with the Boost Network here in Southern New Mexico, as well as El Paso and Ciudad Juarez. Once again, Enrique, thank you so much for joining us and being on the show today.
Thank you, Joey, and thank you for the opportunity to highlight other network. It's oftentimes it's the listeners don't really know that this resource exists, and it's because of you all support that we're able to amplify the work that we're doing over here.
That's right. Don't forget theboostnetwork.org. Visit the website today.